It's time to Sammer ride the waves, man. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Sonic Colors. In the last episode, we completed Planet Wisp, which means we have liberated the home of the Wisps, and that allows us to move on to the next world, which is this one, Aquarium Park. And beautiful right off the bat, this is actually a really enjoyable water world, and in the world of Sonic, saying something like that is heresy. I mean, aren't water levels supposed to slow Sonic down and make the gameplay super boring and tedious and stuff? At least that's what I've said in the past about water levels in Sonic, but no, that is not at all the case here. Aquarium Park is a bit of a different water level. You can see right off the bat that not all of it's going to be underwater, which is, I suppose, not that big of a surprise. I know water levels in the past in Sonic had been not entirely underwater, but there's a little bit of something else that will make this world a lot more tolerable to those of you land lovers who, such as myself, prefer on-land Sonic gameplay. Plus, I've got to mention, oh my god, the music starting out in this world is absolutely amazing. Maybe the catchiest tune in the entire... Well, not the catchiest, but possibly one of my favorite tunes in the entire game. Oh my god, I love it so much, and I love the ambience here. I love the setting. The fact that it's like an aquarium, but for some reason it's all Japanese with all these samurai and stuff like that. I don't know, there's something really charming about it. But for now, we can just laser right into this thing, and whoa, we are taking the shortcut of all shortcuts, apparently, because we are just flying around that building right there, and I want to jump into the rainbow rings, because they're pretty... No, Sonic, let's get the rainbow rings, man. You didn't get me my rainbow sherbet last week, so you best, at the very least, get me these rings here. Now, there are a bunch of laser, teleporter diamond thingies right here, and I know they're there for you to use, but I don't really know where to get the laser for them. I suppose you could keep one from like earlier in the level and just save it for later, or maybe there's another one that I've just straight up missed, who knows? But regardless of that, you can also just do it the old-fashioned way and smash all of those Eggman's robots right in the face, because we are, for now, Wispless. Even though we just saved all the Wisps, what is up with that, man? We just rescued all of them, and there's not a single laser Wisp around to thank us for our valiant deeds. Luckily, we do have all these white wisps with which we can... White wisps with which... I cannot believe I said that sentence properly on my first time. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know how proud of... you guys don't know how proud of myself I am right now. But, either way, we've got a bunch of boost, which is going to help us quite a bit, because on the water, you can boost on top of it. So, say thank you to all these wonderful white wisps, and all the alliteration going on right now, apparently, for saving our rear ends. And white wisps, oh my gosh, by the way, I gotta say, Yacker is such a cool cat. In fact, all of the secondary characters in this game are pretty cool. Orbot and Cubot are really nice. They're not, like, intrusive, and they're not trying too hard, like a little bit of Sonic's dialogue sometimes feels like it is. And I don't know, they're just really cool. I like them, and Yacker is awesome in and of himself. Not only is he super adorable, not only is he my squishy, but he dances on the freaking loading screens, man. He gets down, dude. That guy knows how to boogie. Yacker, you're gonna have to teach me some dance moves sometimes, man. But, you know, if you start twerking, I'm gonna have to call it quits. You better not start on any of that stuff. But Yacker knows how to get down. So let's take him out to the club and find ourselves some hedgehog lady friends or something like that. And grab ourselves our one-up on this really kind of annoying end screen, because all of the ones in Aquarium Park are going to be underwater, so it's a little bit more difficult to get all the one-ups that you might possibly be able to get. But regardless of all that, let's go ahead and move on to Act 2 of Aquarium Park, and perhaps show off more of the world's, oh no, it's this level. Okay, I was gonna say, let's show off a little bit more of the underwater mechanics of the world, because that's kind of the thing of a water world, is the water within it. But this level, not so much water-centric as the previous one. It's actually really slow-paced. We've got... No! Dying right off the bat like that, seriously? Okay, we're gonna restart that, and we're gonna try this level one more time. And yeah, I know, I did this in the last episode when I died as well. I restarted because I wanted to reset my time and maybe get a little bit better of a time bonus. I'm really not entirely sure how all the time bonuses work. I'm just fairly certain that, as with all other Sonic games, the lower your time, the faster your time, the better of a time you're going to have when you finish the level. So, yeah, that's why I reset occasionally if it's toward the beginning of the level and I don't, and I wouldn't have problems redoing things. Oh my god, I almost died on a simple jump like that. What is this? sometimes in, like, two-dimensional games, in Sonic Generations even, trying to play classic Sonic with the control stick rather than the D-pad got a little bit annoying at times, but in Sonic Colors, it never really feels all that bad. And I'm using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck like a plebeian. I'm not using a Pro Controller or a GameCube controller or anything of that sort because I don't have a way to at the very moment. But no! Oh my god, did I seriously just ground pound? Okay, I'm gonna start this over. I will be right back. Okay, here we are once again, and man, I love deaths like that where you just plummet into the pit because you were trying to, do the, stomp move. I love it so much. It's always so comical because it's like you are absolutely certain of what you want to do. You are getting in that pit no matter who stands in your way, man. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing every single time. But here you're going to want to use cube on each of those platforms so that we can go up here, grab ourselves another cube, and keep on cubing. Aw, man, we are doing amazingly living in our little box of a world, and we can continue onward through other boxes, and our box is going to be the greatest box of all time. It is going to be the best boxer the world has ever known. Can we make it to this red ring? Oh my god, so close. That one is always so close trying to get it, but I suppose it doesn't matter. We'll have to live without the one red ring. I'm not sure how many points red rings add to your score. I do believe they add some, so if you're going for an S rank, try to get as many of those as you can within a reasonable amount of time. But an A rank is perfectly fine by me. I am satisfied with that. That's not status quo. That is above status quo, man. Very slightly. Actually, an A rank is nothing to scoff at. And double A's, oh my gosh, I could fill up my Wavebird with all the ranks going on in this world right now. But Act 3 of Aquarium Park is coming up, and I believe this one is way more water-centric than either of the others that we played so far. Yep, indeed it is. There are a bunch of spikes off to the right if you go, so you can't continue onward past that. You're just going to have to drop to the bottom of the sea. We are at rock bottom, guys. This is the bottom of our game. The music is really quiet because we're underwater, but that's all right. We've got ourselves a rocket wisp, which will take us right up on out of here. Now, there's something unique about Sonic Colors and its water controls. When you're underwater, you can double jump, like, infinitely in order to get yourself out from being underwater. And it's absolutely awesome. Oh my god, I love it. It gives you so much more maneuverability underwater. It's not really, like, super practical or anything because you still move really slowly. And a lot of the time, the water is so dang deep that you will die if you try to rely on that to be able to get out of it. But just, if you make one wrong jump, you can easily correct it, and it won't spell the end of your life. And oh my gosh, it makes being underwater in this game so much more bearable than it has been in other Sonic games in the past. For now, we are just going to take this rocket and we are going to rocket on the heck out of here, get into this gigantic line of rings right here, and this will give us the opportunity to get a red ring. I've never actually gotten this before. Can we do it? The controls are a little bit sensitive here, but oh my god, we made it through where we got the red ring. That has been the bane of my existence forever. Ah, that is amazing. Setting all kinds of records today, and I know we just passed another one, and I know we've already passed, one of the red rings in this level, so I guess that makes 2 past. But you know what? I can be proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself for my accomplishments. My red rings, oh my gosh, they are not of death, but they are instead of life. The red rings of life and the red rings of victory are all that Sonic collects. And now, we've got an elevator segment, and I'm starting to notice that there are quite a few of these here in Aquarium Park. I don't really mind it all that much because none of them are, like, super long, but elevator segments, not exactly my favorite thing in the world. But you know what is my favorite thing in the world is smashing through all kinds of metal carnage and destroying as much property as I possibly can. Man, I know why Eggman hates Sonic now. It's not because he keeps foiling his plans. It's because he is ruining his bank account, dude. What is Eggman supposed to do? How is that guy going to get credit if every single thing he invests in and tries to build is going to break down? That doesn't work like that. Sonic, man, you gotta reel it back on destroying Eggman's stuff, or else he's never, ever going to be able to buy that Maserati that he wants so bad. We've got 3 A ranks so far, AAA, car insurance, pull up the tow truck, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just go ahead and do Act 4 of Aquarium Park, which I believe is the hardest of them so far. So, oh, yep, it's the one with this guy. Okay, this is quite the long level, but quite the interesting one. And, oh, man, he punched at us, but we dodged right out of the way, right at the exact perfect moment. So, we're going to have to deal with that guy later on, but for now, we've got a bunch of different stuff to deal with. There's a lot of, like, platforming, and there's actually a lot of water segments in this bit as well. And I probably should have boosted there, because you can boost when you are on, top of the water, and you'll be able to, like, just slide over it. And by slide over it, I mean run over it. I'm making this sound a lot less interesting than it really is. But here is the drill power-up. I believe we showed it off once earlier in this video, but it's just super fun being underwater. And the drill power-up, you might remember from Sweet Mountain, would kill you if you used it too long, because you would be fossilized inside of that cake. You would turn into a little blue jelly bean, and nobody even likes the blue jelly beans. But here, since we're underwater, you'll just turn back into regular Sonic, and you won't be destroyed because we're not underground, and oh my god, it feels so amazing. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate lag, actually, because there's just so much going on the screen right now. It's kind of ridiculous. But it's really fun because you can just plow through virtually every enemy. You have to watch out for the front of those torpedo shark things, but other than that, we are just having a grand old time. I like surfing, I like fishing, and I like turning into a giant deadly drill underwater, and apparently skydiving as well. Man, Sonic is just a hog of many talents because, we could have just boosted over that, but you know what? It isn't a big deal. Oh my god. Look at that ugly anglerfish in the background. He's among all these, like, perfect, super elite looking robots, and he's like, these darn kids messing up my tank, always pooping everywhere and stealing my food, get off my lawn, by which I mean the water I swim in. What am I talking about? Even I don't know. I believe this laser power-up right here is used to sort of skip this platforming segment, which actually can be, whoa! I had no idea it took me that far. I've never gone that far with that laser before. But you know what? I am not complaining. You see that there are rings angled here. That means we can bounce off the side of this platform and take yet another shortcut. So we're taking every shortcut in the book right now, and I'm not going to complain about it one bit. I don't believe that's used too much more in this level, so if you don't know all the shortcuts and you're not exactly aware of where to find them all, don't worry, it isn't that big of a deal. And apparently there's a red ring in there that we're going to need some other sort of wisp to get, so too bad, so sad. It's going to sit there taunting us forever now. And now this segment is actually a little bit difficult. This weird crab-looking robot thing is going to try to start punching us in the face. And he's got lasers. Pay attention to those lights on his back, because the ones that light up are going to tell you where the next laser is going to come from. And you're going to want to stand out of the way of those. Unless for some reason you need a tattoo removed or something, get out of the way of those, because you're going to lose every ring that you're holding on to and all kinds of points. So, and when he does that, I meant to boost right there, but for some reason I just didn't react quickly enough. Man, you gotta boost out of the way, or you can dodge out of the way by quick stepping left or right. I generally prefer boosting because it's one button, it's a lot easier, and that robot is an idiot because he just smashed right into those springs, and he doesn't have any idea what he's doing. Why would you try to spring, man, when you can fly? I can't fly, I gotta spring. And why does Eggman... He definitely designed the levels here, so why did he include springs for Sonic to be able to maneuver? Why isn't it just one giant death trap and you turn on the game and then it immediately tells you game over and you lose and it's unbeatable, man? So ridiculous. I poke holes in games a lot, and I know, a lot of the time it might be a little bit silly and it might be a little bit reaching, but you know what? Whatever, man, it doesn't matter. We've got 4 A ranks. Oh my gosh, I've never seen so many A's in my life. I wish my report card looked like this. Stay in school, kids. Either way, this samurai egg pawn is just really chilling over here by this coral reef, and you know what? I think I'm gonna go take a rest as well. So, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Sonic Colors. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time where we continue and hopefully finish up this world. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys then.